Mr. Taylor? You guys went 46-44 and then things kind of fell apart. What were they doing defensively?
We definitely went through a little drought. Actually, Coach called a great play out of the inbound. I came off for a three, and it felt good. And I think it went long. I think it might have been 46 all there. But then, we just, they locked in defensively really well, and I think at the same time we really didn't execute offensively, our sets, and we couldn't get up a shot, so credit those guys, for in a couple of minutes and really defending.
It's like you were running around a little bit out there in the second half. Was that a groin injury or what?
Oh, no, I tweaked my groin on a cut, but it's nothing major at all.
Are you finding other defenses are cheating out on you more and more each game?
They've been doing that the whole season, to be honest with you, in my eyes. They did a great job of, switching guys on me. I spoke to the radio and I said, everybody in their team guarded me today, so, eventually they ought to have a chance of, stopping me. And I think, the kid that I think Izzo was just talking about, he was so fired up one time I missed a shot. So, credit him and, the rest of the team for really, trying to keep me from getting good opportunities at the basket.
You had a few deep threes. I think you went 7 for 11. How do you balance that and spreading the ball around? And how do you know when to shoot those?
Sometimes you're just really hot, and I think I was. I mean, in the first half, I shot one at the end of the shot clock from. I was really far, and it just went in. And it was one of those nights, even when I missed it, it kind of felt good, and things like that. But at the same time, I still try to get my teammates involved. And when I'm open, guys did a good job screening and finding me. When I was open, I was knocking them.
What's it like to get into kind of a back and forth scoring-wise with a guy like Lucas, who I'm sure you have a lot of respect for? Because there were a few times when you'd hit one, he'd hit one, you'd hit one, he'd hit one.
Yeah, he's a great player. We knew that coming into the game. And he did a great job for his team tonight. Stats look very similar, in the head-to-head between him and I. Only exception his team won the game. And so credit Caitlin, he did a great job. I spoke to him about that after the game.
You've had pretty great success against Michigan State the last 2 or 3 games. Do you get a little extra motivated for the game like this?
I mean, when you play a team the caliber of Michigan State, last year was the national championship game. Coach Izzo's won the national championship, and they're normally one of the best teams in the country every year. That's all the incentive you need to be hyped and excited to play. So. And I got a lot of family and friends down here, so I was really excited today, to be honest with you. And but at the same time, that can hinder you, trying to do too much or trying to let the game come to you too much. But I try to level that and really focus in and try to play well tonight.
When you go through a losing streak like this, do you wonder sometimes if you're going to win again?
Nah, I mean, I prepare. We prepare the same way every time, to win the game. Regardless if we win or lose, we still got that next team on our schedule. We feel like we could beat anyone, and it just, we just hope. We actually got to stop hoping and just, believing that we can really win and close the game out.
Is it hard, with the losing streak, is it hard once things start to sort of slide, when it got to 46-46 and then things sort of started going poorly? I mean, is it hard to not let that sort of creep in and sort of get everybody on the same page again?
I mean, it's definitely not a fun feeling, because we felt it so many times this year. But, we got to do a better job of when that happens, or not letting it happen as big. 5, let them go on a 7-0 run, then we get a basket. We can't let it go to 11 double figures and then, try to come back. That's hurt us all year, and so we got to continue to get better and have confidence to hit shots when we're open, through those stretches.